Brightest blessings, everyone. Psychic medium Elizabeth Grove, the Paranormal Priestess. Hope everyone's doing well out there, and welcome to the channel if you are new. I am Elizabeth. I am a divine channeler, a psychic medium, a spirit extractor specialist, as well as a divine twin flame on the path to manifested union. I'm here for the ascension journey, as many of you who watch my videos are here for, and it's really been awesome just to be able to connect with all of you, to be on here. I can't believe just how far this channel has come in the short period of time that I've created it, and it really means that there's so many people out there who really could use the support now with their spiritual awakening, their twin flame partnerships, coming into recognition of themselves, and working with their new gifts. And it's wonderful that you resonate with me, and I really appreciate that, and I don't take that lightly. So thank you so much to those who have subscribed and who have supported my work. And maybe if you are new, you might think about subscribing, and that would be great. I would love to have you as a subscriber. I try to really bring forth as many messages as I can from the divine realms. And I really love to be able to pay it forward and to really assist people with things that I've learned so far in my journey. And, I think it's fantastic that we can all just be there for each other. And it's really helpful to know for many that you're not alone. So if you feel like, you're very isolated and feel alone on what you're going through with your spiritual journey, with your twin flame journey, please know that you are not alone. There's so many of us out there. And so I'm glad to be here on YouTube to be able to connect with you. Today, of course, with the 1111 portal, the gateway, it's a very special day. It's what we've been waiting for. All of these portals are very special, but this one in particular, as I spoke about last week, is a biggie. It's a big one. And so the messages that I got today, I actually, while I was driving in my car, yes, sometimes strange things come when I'm driving. But they said to me, at the heart of the vibratory consistency, and I'm like, I'm wondering what they're talking about here. I knew it had to do with, the video, the message that I was going to put up today. So when I get into this, you'll understand. But of course, what I love about the angels is they really bring forth the greater overall picture of what's been happening. And so that's what they are meaning at the heart of the vibratory consistency, where we are going from there with this portal, how it's impacting the collective, how it's impacting the world. And I think it's really important, especially when some people get into states of frustration or panic, or they're triggered, or they feel like it's never going to happen, or somehow they're in this lower vibration. They've been in that lower vibration in doubt and fear. I think it's so helpful to be able to bring us back to why we all chose to be here, and what it means for the world for us to bring the light and also anchor the light. And so that's what I love about sharing these messages, is that possibly, I'm hoping anyway, that it could help maybe turn someone back who maybe felt like they just can't take it anymore, or they really are finding it very difficult to continue with their journey. They're at a crossroads, and they don't know what to do with it. And to understand that everything has its place, and there is definitely higher meanings to everything, and that you're safe and you are supported. And I think the main word here is supported. Okay, and so is your beloved. So with that, I'm going to get into these messages. For these particular messages, they were actually physically channeled through me. That's been happening a lot lately as a physical channeler. And with the sessions that I do, actually, let me just mention this before I start. If any of you are guided to work with me, you can find me on the paranormalpriestess.com. You can go to my contact page and contact me on there. And just, give me about a few days to get back to you, because I do have so many inquiries. And then I'll check in with my spiritual team to see if it's a vibrational match. I always check with my spiritual team to see if it's guided. So I always want to make sure that I'm the person for the job. It's always in the highest good for us to work together with our energies. And I always trust that. But if you contact me, I will let you know either way. So even if we're not able to work together and it's not in the highest good, I'm really happy that you're getting the support from the videos. That's really important. And I'm really honored with that. If I am guided to work with you, I will let you know that you can go ahead and make that payment, and then I will schedule you. So, and with the sessions that I do, it's direct communication with your spiritual team, which is your angels and your guides. Um, and they're really beautiful sessions. They cover so much detail, so much confirmation and validation, and it's really like a three-way call. You know, and it's just wonderful to be able to do that. So, and if you have any questions during the sessions, you are definitely able to ask them. I'm also asking questions on your behalf too, because as a twin flame and also someone who is a light worker, I understand a lot of what the questions are. So if you happen to forget something, or maybe something slipped your mind, if I can get you some more clarity, I'm here to do that. So theparanormalpriestess.com, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Okay, so I have these jotted down here, and this is kind of what they were saying through me. And I will add some, if I feel guided that I'm getting some more information here, or want to go deeper with something and I'm just intuitively getting that, then I will do that. So at the heart of the vibratory consistency. So I asked them what that meant, you know, to clarify that. And they said to continue, to be within the constant frequency, or their constant light that we're now experiencing here. So we've been having a lot of that up and down with our emotions and our vibrations dropping up and down. And you know, they're talking about that this light's going to be more constant. They do, however, say though there is a choice though. However, it's supported by the universe to consistently stay within the higher vibratory state. So this light is constantly coming in onto the planet. So that's what they're meaning by this, just to make sure no one's confused. The light is constantly, consistently coming onto this planet to fill this planet, to raise the planet's vibration. However, there is still a choice for those who are choosing, you know, lower vibrational thoughts and manifesting at a lower vibration. However, it is not supported. It's not going to be supported for that much longer, because we have a consistent rate of light that keeps flooding the planet. So the strong support truly is to consistently stay within your higher vibratory state, in which we are all turning more into that liquid fluid light. Our light bodies are being updated. Our physical bodies are changing and being updated because of that. So we are multidimensional beings. We are multidimensional. There's so many different parts of us, so many layers. We exist in so many different dimensions and timelines. And many of us are aware of this now. And the thing is that is why we have been experiencing things like these, you know, the ascension symptoms, feeling dizzy, feeling tired, or more so exhausted, right? This is why we've been getting headaches. This is why the neck pain. This is why the spinal pain. This is why we are just feeling like we're getting these cold symptoms all the time. You know, we'll have a cold one day or 2 days. All of a sudden, you know, we feel a little better. Then it's back again. We're getting these cold symptoms. This is why we're getting the aches and pains and waking up at very strange hours all the time, like 4 a.m., 3:30 and 4 a.m., right? Because we are changing. But we are consistently moving forward within a higher vibration, okay? A higher way of life, a higher way of being, living from a higher place. So we're going to be creating and manifesting from a higher place, they're saying. But the vibrations raised will be manifesting abilities. Okay, so the vibration raise will be manifesting abilities will quicken. Okay, so they're letting us know that because our vibrations are raising, because everything's accelerated, we are going to be able to manifest instantly. So instant manifestation. So, you know, they're saying to be very aware of thoughts and feelings, ways in which are conscious. So really try your best to just really understand where you are placing your focus with your thoughts. Are you always thinking of things going wrong? Are you always judging yourself in a negative way? Are you always seeing the worst in a situation? Are you always expecting the worst? All those types of things, they're going to manifest your reality so quickly. Okay, so you want to be able to send out into the universe that in which you truly wish to manifest. So the better that we can keep our thoughts very positive, really thinking and really visualizing, affirming and visualizing that which we want to experience in the physical. When we are able to master that, that's the greatest thing. That's where we're going, guys. That's where we're going as with humanity. We are understanding that we are powerful creators. And if we can harness our thoughts, we can envision how we would like to live our lives. That will be our concrete reality. And that's an amazing power to be able to understand and to wield. So let's get the best that we can out of that by really understanding, if we have been thinking really negatively for a long time, that now is the time to really work on creating new thought patterns. And I really cannot point you in a better direction than Louise Hay. Louise Hay, who has been around for years, she passed on, but her work lives on forever. And I really feel that so many can benefit from that, especially the self-love meditation that she has. You can find that on YouTube, so I definitely urge you to go on there. And the thing is that the more we are within our self-love and our self-acceptance, the more that we are able to create from that higher place. That's really key, to be able to understand that we are unique, that we're wonderful, that we're perfect as we are, and to love ourselves in the present moment. That's where we want to be able to create the life that we desire. So I really urge you to, if you maybe have worked with Louise Hay before, she has affirmation cards, she has books, You Can Heal Your Life. She's just wonderful, and if you can really get yourself started on affirmations and really stick with them, they say for at least maybe 30 days, if not more, that's what's going to take to introduce new thought patterns and really have it permeate your consciousness. And it's just going to change every single area of your life once we can absolutely affirm the good instead of the negative. But we have to understand that some of us have been in negative patterns for a very long time. So give yourself a chance, as she says, to be able to make those changes. So I definitely do recommend Louise Hay for sure. Those who have not lived from a vibration that is higher shall now raise their vibration, as we have assisted through the support of the universal portals. So yes, so these portals, especially like the portal of today, well, understand that the portal lasts more than one day. We are at the 11:11 portal, but portals can last anywhere from 3 days before to 3 days after, approximately. But this portal is very, very, very strong. Huge, huge impact. And it's really going to help us to really be able to raise our vibrations and stay within a higher state. We're being supported to do that. So yes, those who have been struggling, so I was asking you about this, they will have changes within their lives, but these changes will be very frustrating. So I've heard a couple of things here and there about people giving this portal a very bad rap and scaring people. No. So let's get down to the heart of the matter, right? At the heart of the vibratory consistency. Those who have been resisting a lot, and they have been living from a lower place of ego. We're talking about especially the ones who have chosen to be here, say, as light workers and twin flames, and they have been really just holding on to their stuck patterns and things. They're talking about now that there's going to be changes and transitions that are going to be probably very frustrating for them. So they may feel as though their lives are falling apart. So this is not to scare anybody at all. Definitely not. But just understand, if most of you who are watching this right now have already been awakened for some time. Maybe you are brand newly awakened, and if you are, then this is really going to be one that you remember, as being an event that has been very vivid to you right now. But the dark night of the soul, we all go through the dark night of the soul before we go through, we go through this spiritual awakening, right? The dark night of the soul really gets us to understand where we're at. It's a shedding. It's a shedding of the old. And it's like a healing detox. And so for anyone who's new, who's watching this, who's newly spiritually awakened, this is fresh in your mind. So although none of us forget our dark nights of the soul, but this is fresh in your mind, I'm sure. And it can be really perceived as the most depressing time, a time where the whole world just feels like it's fallen apart. And it's with good reason, though. And we may not see it when we're in it. And you remember how I always say at the end of each video, from the heart of the darkness is born the light, right? Well, that's how it is when we go through a transition. In order for us to really achieve more light, we have to go through that darkness. And by darkness, I'm not referring to evil. When I say darkness, I'm referring to our shadow self. I'm referring to our old ways. We have to be able to break through that. So we get to experience a very, very chaotic time and low point in our lives where we just have to really stop and take a look at everything that's going on. And we get to understand that, my gosh, I wasn't aware of some of those things that are really not good for me. And now I'm seeing them clearer. In the universe, a lot of times takes away a lot of things, a lot of people, takes away jobs, old friends leave, old lovers leave, and you may find yourself very alone. And it's really to go through an initiation. And you know me, I have been a part of Wicca, a part of the magical arts for many years. And, transformation is really a very, very big part of all of this. Transformation, in order for us to be able to truly change and become more mastered, more advanced souls. Well, we are advanced souls here, but for us to really become that, we have to go through transformations, transitions, initiations. We have to be able to get through our psychology, our shadow self, understand it. Understand that there's so much there for us to realize about ourselves. There's so much there for us to truly release that's not serving us anymore. And so it's a very frustrating time. It is. And they talk about that, these people going through the dark night of the soul, they may feel as though their lives are falling apart, and they will witness how others have been treating them, and they will become aware of those who have been inauthentic in their lives. And this can be quite shocking for many. So it really can rock somebody's boat. And, it's something, though, that we have to go through, and it is a good thing. It is a very good thing. We have to get through it. It doesn't feel good as we're going through it. For many of us who have been purging so much, right? We know. We're purging those lower thought patterns. We're purging all of that. Everything that's created bad habits, toxic habits, addictions, all of that. Everything that has attributed to low self-worth, self-judgment, self-sabotage. All those things. Purging angers that we've held on to. Sorrows, guilts, blames. All of that. So the dark night of the soul has so much of that. And it hurts to be able to experience that again. But the thing is that we're experiencing it so that way we release it for good. So that way we can have a higher vibration and stay consistently within that vibration. And that's when our lives are really going to become magical. You know me, I love magic. I love the word magical. Everything's magical. But it's true, we all have the ability to create magic within our lives. We do it by where do we place our focus? Where do we place our thoughts? And then it's sending those emotions along with those thoughts, and we send that out into the universe, that focused intent. And that's what creates our physical reality. But if we're doing that from a lower place, that's when we are experiencing things that lower, lower vibrational jobs, lower vibrational friendships, lower vibrational relationships. And so now, so many are going through huge transitions right now, and they're understanding now, it's becoming apparent to them that, wow, these people, the circumstances, the jobs, maybe even where you live, it's not serving you any longer. And now we're into huge transformations and transitions now. So don't be afraid that you're going to be staying in a low place, because you're not, because we're going through this portal and the light's supporting you. But just understand that everything is for the highest good. It's for a new beginning, to start anew. So as they say, those who are not resonating, they shall fall away. Choices shall fall away. As we said, one's life may feel empty in what can be referred to as, like we said, the dark night of the soul. Okay, but this is not to stay in a lower state for long. This is to empty out the older paradigm and release all the lower energy that has remained within the bodies, as we talked about. Yet those who have not been awakened shall awake. Those who have been within an awakening shall continue to fill with light and to continue to be upgraded to the next level of frequency. And that's what so many of us have been feeling. And we've been feeling a lot of the emotions, right? Intense emotions, intense physical symptoms. This is all to go to the next level of frequency. So just hang on to yourselves, because this planet is going to a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful state. So try your best to not believe everything people say if they're being very negative about the world, or any doom or gloom theories or anything like that, because it's absolutely not divine truth. No. The light is here, and the light has won. Emotions, they say, shall reach an equilibrium. That's good. Energy shall stay within the higher, for the earth shall not support the lower vibrations for much longer. So yes, there's so much to be excited for in terms of where humanity's going and this planet's going. Those who have been spiritually awakened for some time shall find that their vibrations stay within the higher, and that they are able to experience life from a higher manifestation capability. Fantastic. So for many of us who have been awakened, some of us have found it's been really hard to stay within the higher vibration, right? As we had mentioned, the up and down. It's like a roller coaster ride. Like, we're okay for a couple days or maybe a day, and only to find that we feel miserable and so low the next day, falling into angers and frustrations and possibly doubt again. Where we're going through this, that's always like where the body's trying to integrate the light, and it's purging out all the lower stuff. So the body has to really be able to integrate everything. Again, we are being renewed, we're being upgraded. So many changes are going on. And we hold on to so much. I mean, even those, I've had clients who are going through physical pains. Yes, a lot of it is definitely ascension symptoms. But people don't realize, too, Louise Hay wrote about this, but you can feel certain pains within areas of your body. You Can Heal Your Life is the book by Louise Hay. She wrote about this. And it's because there are emotions that we're hanging on to. There's toxicity there. Anytime we are toxic within our thoughts and toxic within our emotions, though that emotional energy gets stored, and the physical body eventually responds to that, and it becomes a pain symptom. And that's always when it stores up. It's been there for a long time. It's the last thing to show up, is the symptom. So you might want to think about that if you hold on a lot in your neck, your shoulders, your back. things like that. That there are emotions there. Your body is trying to get your attention. So there are so many changes that are going on within us. So please understand that. But it is getting better because we are not going to experience so much of that drastic up and down. And of course, we are going to be manifesting then from a much higher place. And that, again, is going to make things magical. Divine partnerships, yes, known as twin flames, they shall continue to be within their hearts and to leave behind all ego fears that the partnership shall not be successful within the physical embodiment. Yes. So people have been having those triggers come up. Oh my gosh, yes. I would say especially September, October. Yeah. Even some of the beginning of November. Yeah, there's been triggers there. But this is falling away. This is falling away, and we're entering into a state of just allowing. And this is exactly where you want to be. Allowing everything to unfold, having nature take its course, not resisting what's happening, not resisting where you are at present, but really honoring where you are each moment of each day, and really being able to take on that day with, okay, well, how can I make it the best day possible? How can I make myself happy, and then how can I pay it forward to others? What little things can really bring me joy? They don't have to be huge things, but what can I experience out of each day? And that's going to really be able to put a lid on any of those doubts, any of those fears of the future. Because remember, we live in the now. That's all there is. So if we don't have to worry about the future, and we realize that we're staying focused on the now, we're grounded into the now, and really finding joy and peace within the now, then there's and we trust the divine, of course, then there's no need to worry about the future. And we're having a lot of twins that are coming into that state, which is great. And all that has been questioned shall fall away. Triggers shall no longer be experienced frequently. Yep. For the higher mind is within the subconscious, and now this is being more conscious. Yes, we're becoming more of our higher selves. And this is definitely a great thing. We are becoming more of our authentic selves. Higher awareness of self. Those beloved struggling with darkness, okay, shall come into a state of transformation. So this is kind of expanding more on what we talked about with the dark night of the soul. So those who have been struggling, where all that has been experienced from the lower ego 3D, they shall no longer be supported with this. Only change and transition can happen at this time. So if you are concerned about your counterpart, your divine masculine or feminine, that they have been holding on very, 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 very tightly to their egoic ways, to their toxicity, they are not going to be supported to hang on to that because of all the light that's flooding the planet, and how their bodies are changing, how they're changing, how they're becoming more light. So, with the heart awakening, with the activation of their heart, they are changing. And so, of course, with the portals of light flooding the planet, it becomes harder and harder and harder and harder and harder for someone to keep on holding on to the lower 3D stuff, because it's just, we're all being raised. Collectively being raised. And so this is impacting them. So please understand that and trust that. And be compassionate, as I always say, and be very grateful for their process and allow their process. No matter how hard it may be. I know I get clients who get very, very, very upset that their beloveds are going through a very rough time. And I understand that. I understand how you feel for them. But try your very best to not get caught up in their storm as much as you can. So detachment might be something that's in the highest good for you to do, to be able to not have your vibration dragged down by your counterpart who's going through a very rough dark night of the soul, very dark, very tough time going through their transition. It's something you have to understand that's necessary. You went through it. So supporting them, sending love to them, knowing that what they're going through is right, that's really going to help out the most. So try to not get caught up in their storm and try to just, detach from that. If you're picking up too much on it and you're putting too much focus on that, you're empathically picking way too much of the lower stuff from them. Try your best to detach and just focus on sending them pink light, green light, love light, unconditional love, and support and compassion. This is going to help them out plenty. So, yes, toxic patterns and addictions. So, for those who have that, they shall no longer have that support to continue on with that. Therefore, all must fall. And I've been getting a lot of the symbol of the tower, which would be my symbol for the dark night of the soul, the huge transitions that many are going through. Many divine masculines are, as a matter of fact, are going through some really huge transitions right now that are very accelerated. So please understand and have faith in that and support their process and support them with love. What is not in alignment with the Sacred Heart shall not be continued due to this upgrade in frequency. The new bodies shall vibrate higher and faster, and all darkness will no longer be able to connect and influence as before. That's good. Because many worry about psychic attacks and attachments and all these different things, and it will be much harder to be able to connect with their energy as before, they say. So that's a very good thing. The divine is supporting changes to be made within the physical, and those who are resisting will find that resistance is futile. When one awakens to their higher powers, they go through a series or processes of change in order to empty out the old ways of living, as we spoke about. But this process is different for all individuals, and timing is of no matter. Yes, the key phrase here is timing is of no matter. Remember that if you are on a twin flame journey, it's not about the timing. This is a partnership that goes beyond time and space. Time and space got nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it. So letting go of the timing of it, letting go of any attachments to how it's going to unfold is so, so, so important. I really can't, tell you more. It's really about that. Understand that get rid of the timing, don't try to time it, and do not be attached to any details of how it's going to unfold. That's what I was going to say. I can't stress that more. That's what I meant to say. I cannot stress that more. And it's going to do you so much good, and it's also going to keep you from getting into a state of panic or anxiety, which you don't want to be there. You want to be able to stay within a consistent high vibration in alignment as much as possible. No one's perfect. We're here on Earth, right? We're in human bodies. But we do what we can. And it's going to be easier for us to stay within that vibration, that higher vibration, more often now. So we are being supported to do that. It is true that the divine consciousness is awakening all on a mass scale, and so your beloved plays a vital role in assisting others with their light. So understand that they are meant to do this if they have chosen it, and they are being supported with that because they play a role. So if they chose this path within the lifetime, they are surely to be guided by their spiritual teams and will experience significant changes within that shall change their outlook, open their heart space, and they shall see themselves and their lives as for what they really are. This is all connected to the dark night of the soul, major transition. The truth shall become clear. Clarity and truth in order to make changes that are in alignment with the mission that was chosen. Some may feel as though their world is ending, and they may feel that the divine has turned on them, or that they are experiencing bad luck or psychic attack. However, this is not truth. Some may feel as though they do not have any plan, and that any surprises are not welcome. Okay, however, this is the divine will supporting strongly the changes that are necessary in order to carry out the mission intended before incarnation, in order to achieve self-mastery and union with the beloved and the divine. Right. And this is what we have talked about. So yes, they're going to be shocked. Yep. Some out there will be very shocked as to the changes and the surprises. They may feel like this is not welcome and they don't know what to do with their lives, and it's like a rug being completely pulled. That's the spiritual awakening for you, right? For many of you who are watching this right now, you know what I'm talking about. Having that rug pulled. And it's necessary so that way we can be filled with newer things that are in alignment with what we've chosen here. So it's all a good thing. So we say to you, stay present, and that which falls away is meant to be. Yes. Be willing to let go of all attachment, right? Be willing to let go of all that falls away. It is not you and you are not it. Yes. Detachment is the word. You are meant for more. To stay within the high vibratory consistency. You are meant to be of service to the divine and to change the planet with your light. Those who have been manipulated by the dark, who have been tempted, who have given in, they shall be addressed strongly and shall find that they no longer can avoid their true natures and the light that has created them and loves them unconditionally. So please understand that the divine is assisting and addressing your counterpart. If they're going through things, if they are feeling like they're being tempted by the dark, if they have been manipulated by dark energies, the divine is addressing, they are assisting. Yes, the support is there. And of course, I always recommend praying to Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael's counterpart is faith. And to pray to Michael to be able to really assist your beloved with protection. Protecting their full manifest with the blue fires is an excellent way. And to ask that Michael cut any types of negative psychic cords, remove any types of rituals and curses, and really be able to remove any and all types of beings that are interfering, or even people who are interfering within your beloved's life aspects. So prayer is always going to assist here, but they're letting you know that they are working on things, they are addressing things. All egos shall be tempered with the heart. Living from a higher place shall create the new beginning. This will be difficult for some, and for others will be a continuation and more harmony. The new light of the 1111 portal shall bring with it a brand new sense of servitude to the self. Self-care. Self-nurture and protection of one's energies shall be fully conscious. Yes, this is where we're going. Those who are draining or influencing in a negative way shall no longer be able to hide within the shadows, pretending to be of benevolent nature. So yeah, I get a lot of clarity with this portal, really bringing in those who have been hiding behind masks. Those masks are going to be off. If your beloved is hiding behind a mask, that mask is coming off. And so we're going to see the truth, the true nature, the true intent behind people's actions. Perhaps you have a twin flame who, maybe they've been taken advantage of. Maybe someone pretended to be their friend. Maybe someone was pretending to be their ultimate soulmate, or even trying to convince your beloved that they were the twin flame. All the false identities coming off, guys. So please believe in that. Please absolutely believe in that. Okay? For your own space, if there have been people who have been inauthentic, you will become definitely aware of those who are not who they claim to be. It can be friends. It can be those who have been healers, or perhaps healers, teachers, anyone, and anyone. It could be anyone. But the truth of who they are is coming out. And so you'll know who's going to be in the highest good to keep around in your space. It's going to become apparent. These beings shall be exposed for who they are, and they shall be dealt with accordingly. Conscious awareness and energetic purity shall become apparent. And media, politics, health, education, anything and everything that has been hiding the truth or bending the truth shall become apparent. Wow. Yep, this is going on in a huge world scale here. All fields. All systems that have been ran with corruption shall be dealt with, justice served in all areas. Those within higher statuses of like government where injustice has been, there will no longer be a platform for this. They will no longer be able to rule from ego and malice and shall be removed from their positions. Yes. So no matter what may be said on the news, there are things happening, guys. Okay, there's justice that is being served. It's not going to be tolerated any longer. So everything of ego is now being removed. It really, really is on a massive scale. So please understand that, because that is the truth. Those who have violated others in any way, okay, who have seek to destroy others in order to receive a place of power, shall now be exposed and removed, happening everywhere. So that's a good thing. Higher beings of light, love, and justice shall now take their stand and receive positions of power in all areas and fields. It is done. And this is how they end. Thank you, and may you all be blessed with the light that has arrived. So lots of things here to think about. Lots. So it's a very, very powerful portal that just impacts in so many ways. And it's really just such a pleasure and an honor to be able to bring forth these messages to you guys, and some things to absolutely think about. So if you have been somehow falling into doubt or fear, if you needed a reminder of what this portal means and what the effects are, and to perhaps be reminded of why you are here, why you, and if you have a twin flame, you and your counterpart, why you decided to be here in these times, right? If you are awakened to the twin flame journey, you have a beloved who's here in the physical. There's a job to be done. Okay, so many of us, most of us, have chosen to bring this into physical embodiment to be able to anchor the light. So anchoring the light is so important to be able to bring a new relationship template. So important. So your belief is very important, and to remind yourself of the greater picture, and to really stay very, very present with taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself, really staying within that higher vibration and creating from it. And so this is not a time where we are to be feeling as though we are victims to our circumstances. No, it's far from it. It's the opposite. So we are able to finally step into understand we are powerful beings of creation. And all these changes are for the good. Even the most difficult changes. Perhaps you're watching it and you're going through the dark night of the soul right now. It will end. It will end. And it is for the greater you. Because you are becoming that in which you really are. A being of unconditional love and light, and you're meant to bring that here. So I will end with, from the heart of the darkness is born the light. I hope this helped many of you out. And if it has, love to hear it. And you can visit me on theparanormalpriestess.com. Blessings to you all, and I will see you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.